Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is JLo Plays, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how you can figure out songs quickly if you don't have the chords on hand. Now, before we can start, the prerequisite is that you need to know all 12 keys of the major scale. So your C, let's say your A, and then F sharp. So you need to know all 12 keys of the major scale before we can start. So let's get started. So this is chord scale theory, and I think it's also called Nashville numbering system, though it may have other names as well. So what it's saying here is that you have 7 notes, and it applies to the major scale, basically. So as you can see here, the 1, 4, and the 5 is a major, the 2, 3, and the 6 is a minor, and the 7th is a half diminished. Note that the capitalized 1, 4, and 5 would denote major, and the small case 2, 3, and 6, and the 7th is minor, or in the 7th case it's a half diminished. Now let's take the C major scale and see how we can apply this. So we have the 1 to 7th, and then we have the C major scale. So in C major scale, the first degree is C, the 2 is D, the 3 is E, the 4 is F, 5 is G, 6 is A, and 7 is B. Now remember I said earlier that the 1, 4, and 5 are major chords. So in this case, the C, F, and G, which is the first, the fourth, and the fifth note in the major scale, you would play this as a major chord. And then the 2, the 3, and the 6th would be played as a minor, and then the B would be the half diminished. When you're playing songs, then you would use this as a basis for trying to figure them out really quickly. So let's say, let's just say any song. So let's say a 1, 4, 6, 5. So this would be 1, 4, 6, 5. So I'd play a C major, the F, and then the A minor. Remember that the 6th is a minor, and then the G major, and then go back to the 1. Now in some pop songs, you may not start in the 1. You may start on the 4, or the 5, or the 6. It doesn't really matter, but just have the general principle that the 4th, the 5th, and the 1st are major chords. So generally, you would play major chords. Now let's try this in another major scale just to reinforce our understanding. So we'll use E flat. So E flat is E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. This is the E flat major scale. So again, the 1, the 4, and the 5 is E flat, A flat, and B flat. The 2nd, the 3rd, and the 6th is F, G, and C, and that would be a minor chord generally. And so the 7th is the D, which is the half diminished. Now let's go back to the keyboard, and if you remember from the picture, the 1st, the 4th, the 5th would be a major chord. The 2nd, the 3rd, the 6th would be a minor chord, and the 7th would be a half diminished. So in C major, so C is the 1st, that's C major, the 2nd would be D minor, the 3rd would be E minor, the 4th would be major, the 5th would be major, the 6th would be minor, and the B would be half diminished, and then the C would be a major again. So we can use that as a basis for, as I said before, to figure out songs basically. So if I want to say, as I said before, 1, 4, 6, 5, then it would be C major, F major, A minor, and then G. Congratulations, you just figured out a lot of pop songs that use this combination of 1, 4, 6, 5, or 4, 5, 1, 6, or whatever you want. But let's say, okay, you told me about C and E flat major scale. Let's try another hard scale. So let's say A flat major. So A flat major, the A flat major scale is A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A flat again. So the 1st, the 4th, and the 5th is a major scale. So A flat, D flat, and E flat. And as we said, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 6th is a minor. So B flat minor, C minor, and F minor. And then the 7th would be the half diminished. And then going back to the root, or the 1st, which is the A flat major. So with this, we can figure out songs really quickly. And in an open mic situation, you can kind of use that as a guiding principle to figuring out a lot of songs really quickly when someone just hands you a sheet, or they don't even hand you a sheet and they say, oh, just play along. So with most pop songs, you'll know they'll have some kind of sequence that are based on this. Now let's pick a couple of videos on YouTube and figure them out on the fly, and I'll show you my thought process. Now, because of YouTube copyright restrictions, I can't actually play the songs for you, but I'll tell you the song names so you can try and figure them out as well, and then maybe I'll put down the YouTube links or something. Okay. So this song is Unstoppable by Sia, and let's figure out the key to the song first, because that's the most important thing. So I figured out that the song's in A major. So the start sounds like a minor chord, so if we understand what we do before, it should be a 6. Okay. So and then it goes to 4th. Then okay. So what that sounds like, the verse especially, it goes from a F sharp minor to the D to the A and then to the C sharp minor. So that's a little bit different there. So it goes from the 6th to the 4th to the 1st to the 3rd. And then it will kind of loop that. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so the pre-chorus, it goes. So that's the D, the E, the C sharp minor, and then the S sharp minor. So that's the 4th, the 5th, the 3rd, and then the 6th. Yep, that sounds about right. So you can see, just like that, I kind of just figure out the song really quickly without actually having to look at the chords, and that's how chord scale theory can work. Okay, let's take another song. Okay, so I see here there's a YouTube video called Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars. Let's try and figure that out. So let's figure out the key first. So it's an E. Okay, so what I was playing just there, so that's the 1st, is the E major, and then it goes to the 3rd, which instead of the minor, per our chord scale theory, they're playing a major, and then they're playing C sharp minor, and then B, 6, 5, 4. Okay, so that's the verse. Okay, so the pre-chorus is the 4, 5, and then the 6. Let's double check. Yep, it's the 4, 5, and the 6. So it's the A, the B, and the C sharp minor. And then it changes a little bit. And then it goes to the 1st. Okay, so if you can see just now, it's kind of going A, B, C sharp minor, which is the 4, 5, and 6. It does that twice. And then it'll do, it changes the 4, 5, 1, and then as a walking bass down into the 6, loop back, and it does that. It does a very interesting chord here. It changes the second from a minor to a major. So basically what we learned just now from figuring out these songs is that you use chord scale theory as a guiding principle. In a general sense, the first, the fourth, and the fifth is a major. The second, the third, and the sixth is the minor, and the seventh, which is rarely used, but can be used sometimes, is a half diminished. Now, as you can see from the song just now, the Bruno Mars song, is that the second can also be a major. So use this as a guiding principle. Just because the first, the fourth, and the fifth, according to chord scale theory, is a major, doesn't necessarily have to be a major. You can play it as a minor if you want. It's the same as the second, the third, the sixth. It's a minor chord, according to chord scale theory, but you can change it to a major chord, just to add a little bit of flavor. So with this, you can kind of figure out the chords of the song quite quickly, and this is very helpful, especially in open mic sessions, or if you just want to figure the songs out on your own. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's anything you're unclear about, please leave a comment down below, and I'll get back and try and answer you as quickly as possible. So yeah, use that to your advantage.